Good day, I am Christy Dayanopera, student nurse from Our Lady of Fatima University, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Today I will demonstrating post-mortem. When a patient dies in an institutional or home care setting, nurses provide or delegate the care of a body after death. Check the patient chart. Ask permission and explain to the significant other that you're going to perform post-mortem care. And ask the relative if you want to stay or leave. Provide privacy. Do hand hygiene. And put gloves. Remove any drains and tubes from them such as IVs and Foley catheters and heart monitors. Close the patient's eyes and mouth. Give bed bath like you would if the patient was still alive. Just because they can't feel anything doesn't mean you shouldn't beat or should be extra rough on them. Put cotton balls on patient's closed eyes, in the nares, and in the outer ear. Then secure each with a tape lengthwise. Secure the patient's jaw with a cravat, and then slowly remove the pillow. Ask the family option to view or not to view the patient and accompany them as they do so. Ask if they would like to be left alone. Apply name tag on the foot. Cover and secure the patient with a shroud. Secure the shroud with safety pins and secure another name tag on the shroud. Apply name tag on the shroud. Remove gloves and materials. Do hand hygiene. Good day, I am Islida Inopar, student nurse from Our Lady of Fatima University, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Today, I will demonstrate cold and hot compress. What is cold compress application? A cold compress is used to cool an injured area, reducing pain, swelling, and inflammation. Indication for cold therapy include direct trauma, muscle spasms, dental pain, and muscle sprains. For hot compress application, a warm compress is used to increase blood flow to sore areas of the body, which can reduce pain and speed up the healing process. Indication for using a hot compress include muscle spasms, seems congestion, styes, ear infection, boils, and menstrual cramps. Contraindications for cold therapy include areas with compromised circulation or sensitivity to cold. Hot therapy include areas with circulatory compromise, open wounds, or skin damage. Verify doctor's order. Review patient's chart for medical history and contraindication that may prohibit the use of hot or warm therapy. Verify patient's identity. Patient identification validates the correct patient and correct receipt. When is your birthday? Okay po. Explain procedure to the patient clearly and completely with patient's approval. Explaining help allay anxiety and prepare the patient for what to expect. Bawasan po yung sakit na nararamdaman po ng kanang binti niyo po, which is yung masakit niyo pong paa. So, mamaya po medyo po makakaramdam po kayo ng paninigis na paa dahil nga po dun sa cold compress. Provide privacy at all times. I will close the curtains lang po to provide privacy. Closing the door or curtain provides for privacy. Gather all the equipment. Gathering all the equipment will save you time. Cold compress bag and ice. And for the hot compress later is the cold hot compress bag, the warm water, a towel, and this towel. Perform hand hygiene and apply clean gloves. Hand hygiene prevents the spread of microorganisms. Position patient in bed, kept affected body part in proper alignment, exposed body part to be treated, drape patient as needed. Assess patient's skin around the area to be treated and the client's temperature and pain sensitivity. Inspect wound if any for size, color, odor, tenderness, and drainage. Describe sensations patient would feel and precaution to prevent from colding. Place a waterproof pad or towel under the patient's body part if appropriate. Apply waterproof pad on the affected area. Applying waterproof pad to prevent liquid damage and stains. Put crushed ice on the cold compress bag. Make sure to tighten the cold compress bag so there is no air left. Submerge washcloth or small towel into the water and wring out excess moisture. Apply cold compress to affected area molded over the site. Duration po niyan is up to 30 minutes. Babalikan ko po yan every 5 minutes. Check skin condition every 5 minutes. Stop application after 30 minutes duration. Inspect the body part of the wound condition for evidence of the effectiveness of therapy and sensitivity to touch.
Ask the patient to describe the level of comfort and burning sensation following the treatment. Remove gloves, dispose of properly, and perform hand hygiene. Remove, clean, dry, and store or dispose of supplies and equipment accordingly. Document and report all pertinent information of the procedure performed. Assume that we already checked the patient's identity in the beginning of the video. Performed hand hygiene and applied clean gloves. Hand hygiene will prevent the spread of microorganisms. Explain procedure to the patient clearly and completely with patient's approval. Explaining the patient, prepare the patient for what to expect. Describe sensation patient would feel and precautions to prevent burning. Position patient in bed, kept affected body part in proper alignment. Exposed body part to be treated, grip patient as needed. Assess patient's skin around the area to be treated and the client's temperature and pain sensitivity. Inspect wound if any for size, color, odor, and tenderness and drainage. Put a towel on the patient's body. Place a towel or waterproof pad under the area that you will treat. Put a warm water on the hot compress bag. Check if there is no leakage on the hot compress bag. Make sure to tighten it so there will no air left on the bag. Apply heat compress to the affected area molded over the side. Check the area of application every 5 minutes for tissue tolerance. After the prescribed time for the treatment, remove the warm compress. Inspect the body part of the wound condition for evidence of the effectiveness of therapy and sensitivity to touch. Ask the patient to describe level of comfort and burning sensation following the treatment. Remove gloves, dispose of properly, and perform hand hygiene. Remove, clean, dry, and store or dispose of supplies and equipment accordingly. Performed hand hygiene. Again, the importance of hand hygiene is to protect and to prevent the microorganism from spreading. Document and report all pertinent information of the procedure performed.